Come with me as I do a marketing evaluation on this D&D live stream channel, what they're doing well, and what they can improve on to get themselves to the next level. For those not in the loop, I'm a professional marketer. They're asking me to do this. I'm not just out here picking on people. So starting us off, the banner is decent. I'd bring those words on the right side, my right side, probably your left, in a little bit so that the play word isn't touching the end. I'd also consider redoing this banner to focus less on your name at the top and more on what are the vibes I'm getting into. What can I expect? Is this going to be dark and gritty? Is it going to be funny? What kind of system are you playing? I know you're playing D&D 5e, but that's not on the banner. So use that initial image as much of a vibe check for what they can expect to see in your material. Let's also talk about that title, because yes, it says Dungeons & Dragons, but I would change that to DnD, in, not the ampersand and symbol, DnD, actual play. And if you have a particular system, if you have something that you're trying to be branded as, pop that in there too, especially if it's something searchable. I want to talk a lot about SEO, and this is one of the things we're going to talk about there, is that title. Next, let's go ahead and click it on that description. It says, welcome to the Natural Ones YouTube channel, where we stream homebrew D&D live plays every Tuesday. Subscribe now. And you have homebrew D&D campaigns, funny play moments, D&D discussions, D&D tips and tricks. This is not bad, but I think you understand that this can definitely be improved. I want to hear a story. I want to hear, welcome to the Natural Ones, where we craft homebrew D&D campaigns for fun and immersive roleplay and flavor. Look forward to discussions and D&D tricks on the side. Make sure to subscribe for yada, yada, yada. You understand that this can be more of a story. This can be more of a paragraph. This can be more of a hook. Definitely good that you're streaming every Tuesday. Go ahead and add in what time if you have a particular time. The first thing I notice here is the thumbnail when I'm looking at your videos. It's very repetitive in some areas, and most of all is that you're going for these big thematic kind of AI looking images, and the text is white and it's tiny and it tells me nothing. So the first thing I'm getting off of these thumbnails is that they're robotic, that I feel AI. This may or may not be AI, but it feels AI to me, and I'm learning nothing. This isn't personalized enough. You want faces, okay? I want to see players' faces. I want you to take a moment from the campaign, all right? It shouldn't just be sneaking into Rockrilt, It should be this character did this thing in Rockrilt. That doesn't have to be in the title, but it definitely needs to be in the thumbnail. And the thumbnail and the title need to have different text in them, because you're missing an opportunity, for one, and for two, you're just being repetitive. So I want you to reformat your titles, bigger text, bolder text, put a face in front of these use these as background images for a face, something that's dramatic, a fear face, a happy face, something that gets me understanding what the theme, what I'm going to feel when I watch your videos. That's what you need to show me. Going into your actual videos themselves, the title, you're using the DnD, no ampersand, that's good. But it's just D&D episode, and when you're thinking about SEO, you're competing against really major players. You need to be more niche than D&D. You need to be D&D homebrew live stream. You need to be, and I can get a lot into title formatting, and I can't do it right here, right now, but I want you to look and really think about where can you both be true to what you're trying to say, because you can say all of this and tack on some targeted SEO so that you can start showing up in people's organic search, and you're going to convert on them because you're going to improve those thumbnails. That you're being a bit too broad here, and you're being non-specific, because fighting through the streets doesn't really tell me much. And so I want you to think about how can you make this more SEO friendly while staying true to yourself and hooking people in a little bit more. Going into the description, you have this nice description here, and I really appreciate that as a user. What I'm seeing as from an SEO standpoint is no hashtags, Go ahead and fix that. They do help. You do need them. And again, the hashtags you use here need to be similar to the title in the video, and they need to be similar to the channel that you're running. That channel title that I talked to you about changing that, this is where SEO comes in. This all needs to work within the same realm. It all needs to be connected because you're sending YouTube and ultimately Google as many signals as possible that you are this. And when people search this, you should show up. Okay. So, quick note on the video itself. I watched the intro. That can be polished up, but it's a live stream. I understand that it's not all going to be perfect, and neither should it be perfect every time. You do have character art for each character, and each of that art clearly tells me some of the vibes that are going for. That's great. My only recommendation there is that I've seen some of your other social media briefly, and you're not utilizing that art at all. And art is green. It is reusable over and over and over again. So I want you to actually just make better use of the art you already have on hand. Now let's talk short strategy. This is something that I do for my clients. This is how I've helped people grow their D&D YouTube channels. And this is how I grow my own D&D YouTube channel, is shorts. It's a great on-ramp for people to discover you, especially because you have an amazing library of long-form content. Number one thing I noticed is that you're not being consistent with it. You're also getting views, but you're not getting as many as you should. So let's take a look at that. First problem we have here is low video quality. It's not everybody, but it's definitely for this person. So I want you to go ahead, and if you have a little money to invest, I want you to invest in better camera quality because that's going to help you in a lot of areas in the long term. So clicking into the video itself, let's talk about this title right here, because this is I Cast Party Boy Hypnotic Pattern. With search engine optimization, it's a search engine. You want words that people are searching for. We call them keywords. And nothing there is something that people are searching for. We'll have the hashtags, but we'll talk about that in a bit. What we want here is something like Devin Varroa casts Party Boy, funny actual play D&D TikTok, funny D&D short. Okay, that is stuff that people search for. Funny D&D TikTok, D&D short, funny D&D live play moments. Okay, start looking at what people are searching for in your area. And I can, by the way, attest that this works. 30% of my D&D channel's views come from organic search for keywords like D&D TikTok, D&D shorts, because I put them in every single title. It's not spam, it's not bothering, because you're going to have everything is going to relate to the video. All right. As for the hashtags, you put them in the top, but you actually want them here in the description. Okay. So that plus, and here's the thing: D&D humor, roleplay, D&D funny. You understand what you want. You just want that in the title. And again, you want something in the title to relate to the whole channel, the whole thing that you want people. And if it's D&D live play, D&D funny live play, comical D&D live play, find the thing that's niche, that not everyone is hitting, it's lower competition, and that you can repetitively put in all of your content moving forward so that you can rise in the rankings and get organic search. And they're going to click on it because you've improved the thumbnails. Okay? So overall, Nick and the team, I want to say, by the way, that you've done a lot of good things here. You've kept something going for 3 years. You've grown to almost 2,000 subscribers. You have a lot of great content to work with, and I know that you guys can get to the next level with these kinds of optimizations. So go back, check SEO, use those hashtags properly, align everything, and make good use of that art, and keep growing. For anyone else who wants help with marketing, I'm Zack Applewhite. You know where to find me. Have a great day.